Hey, good morning, you guys. We're going for a walk. We're up the hill, and it's a foggy Friday morning, and I had to come up here to return something to the UPS store. Amazon. Amazon erroneously mailed me the wrong item. So brought it up here, and he QRS scanned the code off of my phone, and then I just handed him the package. Seemed like a very easy job for him. It's a nice neighborhood we're at right here. Maybe we'll cut through it, go down this street. You guys have never been up here before. Although I did want to go get coffee, but let's go ahead and cut right. It's a nice neighborhood. You'll see this is a little different than what we usually see. We're not at the beach. We're like a half a mile east, just I don't know, like 6 blocks up the hill. So this is no longer considered the beach right here, this neighborhood. And you'll see the houses are different. We've never been over here. I mean, I've never brought the camera over here and filmed over here is what I mean. So this is another piece or another side of San Francisco that it's likely you guys really haven't seen before. I would guess that most of the houses in this neighborhood, or that this neighborhood was established in the 1930s. Most of the houses are still the same. Look at this beautiful cottage style. It's huge. Very big house for this, for this city. Look at these trees. So this is an interesting place. Well, I mean, this whole neighborhood is very interesting and beautiful. Like, this is that same house again that we're just looking at. It's huge. But this one next door to them, it's interesting. It's very old, from the 30s. But these front windows, I think, are new. This landscaping is interesting, but look at these trees. Look at how cool they are. They're red. Look at that. How beautiful that is. Yeah, I don't know what kind of tree this is, but it's beautiful. It's tropical. I'm not sure what kind of tree this is. It's some sort of tropical tree. See it? I don't know. Not sure. But anyway, they've done a lot to this little place. It was an old house, but you can see they kind of renovated it somehow, but it's huge. We got to turn here because this is a dead end. See how it says do not enter? I don't have access to that neighborhood. It's beautiful, big houses. Here's an alley which is very rarely seen in this neighborhood. Just like these really large houses, which is unusual, these houses have rear entrances and garages that are accessed by an alley. This place is beautiful right here. Beautiful little sun porch. I love the color of this house. That's nice, man. So across that street straight ahead, that's my neighborhood. That's how close we are. It's kind of the separation in this neighborhood is by this large boulevard right here that we'll cross. But you see the house is changing already? See that? From this upscale suburban neighborhood to standard San Francisco row houses in one block. Let's cut across in this illegal way, all the way across the intersection. They were doing something down here. I don't know what they're doing, but let's go ahead and walk by. Why not? I don't know. Anyway, they had a whole like crew of construction people, and to me, it almost looked like it was a what is it called when you get arrested? Community service? Because there's like 50 dudes all wearing road guard vests with hard hats on, all in the median right here, cutting weeds and stuff. It looked like they were cutting weeds. I don't know, but there's a lot of them. We're probably going to come up on them right now. Oh, that's nice, an American flag. Oh, they got something cool up in the window too, a mannequin. I don't know if you guys can see, but that's cool. See, look, there's a bunch of porta potties. I hear them all talking. Oh, I hate groups of large people. Large groups of people. I always avoid large groups of people. What the hell are they doing? I bet you it is like community service. Yep, 1000%. It's a bunch of DUI people. It's a bunch of DUI people in my neighborhood. Get them the fuck out. Look at these people. Most of these people have never been over to this part of the city before. This looks like the juvenile justice system. San Francisco juvenile justice system. That's what it is, man. That's probably what it is. So, isn't that delightful? I knew that's what it was. I knew that it was like they're cleaning up the whole median. I hope if they come on any tents, I hope they fucking rip them up. I hope they stab the people who lived in the tents. See, this is how I ruin these videos. You know, the video starts out really nice and I'm just talking, we're walking through the neighborhood, and then I start ranting and saying ridiculous things. I don't hope anything bad happens to anyone. I never hope anything bad happens to anyone. There's another American flag. That's nice. Just want to point it out that, you know, in a city where the black population is, I think, around 7%, and that's pretty high maybe. So I think the whole black population of San Francisco is about 7%, and that was a group of 40 black teenagers all working for the city, and it looked like the juvenile justice department to me. They were all black. Didn't see any Asians in there, didn't see any Chinese kids, didn't see any white kids, didn't even see any Hispanic kids. None. It was all black kids. This is a maple tree? Yeah, it is. This is a maple tree. Wow, it smells really good. It smells just like maple syrup where we're at right now. So, beautiful neighborhood, right? These are older houses, even though they're row houses and they're jammed all right next to each other. These are some of the nicer ones. Boy, that maple is really pungent. I can smell it all the way over here. So we're gonna make our way. Let's go one more street. WTF? No, let's cross here. What the fuck? time is it? It's about 9 a.m. This is Friday morning traffic. This is people heading into the city. If you follow this this boulevard, this thoroughfare, if you follow it straight all the way to the direction they're going, which is that way, you'll end up crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. It'll take you across the Golden Gate Bridge in about 3-4 miles from here. But now I feel like we're safe. We're back in our neighborhood. Just by crossing the street, suddenly we're at the beach. The elevation in one block, everything changes a little bit. We're gonna flatten out here in a second, and then we'll be at the incline headed towards the sand, and in our little enclave, our little enclosed Mega City 1. Get away from all that traffic. There's no traffic down here. That's the closest stoplight to the entire neighborhood. That's the last stoplight before you get to the water. And now from here on down, it's just stop signs and speed bumps throughout the entire neighborhood. I don't know which side is better to film. Is it easier for you guys to see that side or this side? I think it's better this side. I like it better a little bit lower, like this. It's a foggy, overcast, chilly morning. It's, I'm gonna guess, about 62 degrees. I'm gonna guess it's 62 right now. And the high today will probably be 68. Also, just a guess, but that's probably, I just probably gave you the entire weather report for the day. Low of 60, high of 68. Something going on down there. He has his lights on. You see how there's all the, are you noticing how everybody in my neighborhood celebrates Pride? I don't know, you're not seeing a lot of it, like what you would expect to see. Like if you watch television, they tell you about San Francisco. Aren't there supposed to be gay people everywhere? Not here. This is a Chinese neighborhood. The gay people have Pride Month, and the Asian people have an entire year of guilt and shame. Yeah, it's shame month for them. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. So, yeah, they're the opposite. They're all about the merit and all about the free-thinking, anti-tyranny, individualist. That's what these people are all about. These people are against tyranny and socialism and communism. They escaped it to get here. So they're all just quietly for years now, they've all just been hunkering down. This is a hunker community, and they're not. If they're proud about anything, you know, they keep it where it's supposed to be. I'm proud of my children's accomplishments, proud of my wife, proud of my parents. That's what you should be proud of. Here I go again, making a nice scenic video into me rambling about fucking politics. Sorry, did it again. See, there's the water, guys. We're back, we're home. Whew, it was quite a trek to the UPS store to return that incorrectly shipped box of Ninja Turtles, because that's what it was. It's very important. They sent me the wrong turtles. Yeah. They sent me Raph and Donatello. I already have Raph and Donatello. I don't need Raph and Donatello. I didn't order Raph and Donatello. I ordered the other two and a couple foot soldiers. Well, they didn't send me that. They sent me Raph and Donatello and the Foot Elite and Shredder. I already have it. I already ordered the exact pack. I had it already. They sent me I ordered the other pack, the other 4. What did I mention? Michelangelo and Leonardo and 2 foot soldiers. I didn't get them. They mailed me the wrong pack. So I had to return it, which I just did. And in doing so, we had an adventure. We crept out of the insular neighborhood that we're so comfortable with, crossed the big boulevard, saw a bunch of felons, saw a bunch of juvenile felons right there. What would you call that? Barbarians at the gate. There were barbarians at the gate, you guys. Juvenile felons that are not from this neighborhood, you guys. Okay, this neighborhood is like 90% Asian persuasion. Their kids don't commit crimes. They really don't. Their kids get good grades. Most of these households are all intact. These are all 2-parent households. Sometimes there's 4-parent households, 6-parent households, because you got 2 different sets of grandparents all living in the same $1.6 million beach house. It's only 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But that's the story. That's the tale. The tale of the snail. So yeah, those barbarians are at the gate, man. They're right here. Look at all this merchandise, all these cars, all this stuff to destroy and vandalize and steal. Whew. It's like a horde of them right there. Anything could happen. What if they just had an uprising like the Zulus? That could happen. Totally not racist what I just said. I'm just completely observing facts and telling you the facts. I'm telling you exactly. Check them out. Look up the statistics about the predatory San Francisco Police Department. about how they wrongfully prosecute, and how they San Francisco PD, about how they wrongfully pursue and prosecute young black scholars. It's all over the place. San Francisco PD, they're out of control. I'm joking. It's the exact opposite. San Francisco PD tries not to arrest people. They do. I'm going to spit more facts for you. So the San Francisco PD for decades and decades has had a light leftist Democrat DA in the Justice Center, so the police have to let people go. In fact, they avoid arresting people because of the trouble that might come from it. So when you see people like those barbarian hordes that we just saw, that means they are like the lowest of the low on the evolutionary scale, that they had to get caught and arrested in San Francisco. It takes a real idiot to get caught and arrested in San Francisco, because the cops don't want to arrest you here. They want to let you go. They don't even want to talk to you. They don't. Spitting facts. So those people are, definite felons. If they've got them picking up shit in the street. San Francisco doesn't make kids pick up shit in the street or do gardening work unless they've committed triple murder. Yeah. Of course, you guys all know that this is a comedy channel, and everything that I say and do is all a bit. Not even a real person. It's a character that I portray on the internet. It's not really an opinion. It's just, it's like a bit, Remember, like Don Rickles, the bits that he was actually a very nice guy, Don Rickles. Yeah, when the cameras were turned off, he was a sweetheart of a man. All right, let's head down. This guy's got a great gig going. So this guy owns eco taxis, and he's got a badass house right on the corner. And it's all taken care of. I just saw him out here the other day. Here's the guys, surfboard firemen. You guys see that very often? Fire trucks with surfboards on top, lots of surfboards. It's like everybody in that fire truck has 2 boards on the top of the fire truck. Let's go get coffee. Excuse me, man. How much time do we got? 20 minutes. All right, you guys want to hang while we do the coffee? It's the first time I said anything. How is everybody? How do I look? Didn't shave? Didn't do anything. Just me, just little old me. All right, come on. Hey, what's going on, man?
I know.
And then it might be hot, they said.
I hear it's gonna be hot. I hear that.
Yeah? No?
Supposed to be foggy all week.
Okay.
At the closest, yeah.
Yeah.
Sunny on both.
Never. Sometimes you get a minute.
Thank you. How much today? All right.
Hey, buddy, just large coffee.
Just large coffee today?
Yes, please.
No filters today?
None. I got them already.
It's a little bit, right?
Yes, please.
Ready for you? 250, please.
The Irish one. What's up, bud?
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Have you had these before?
What other?
They're like, they're supposed to be like digestive, like the Irish ones.
That's
I'm gonna try one.
No,
Huh?
I haven't seen. Oh, shit.
Let's try it. The coffee's not on, it's hot. Be careful.
I got it.
You all right? You want food? Want top?
Sure, I'll come.
Take your food.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, we still need 199 for
Those are good. Those are like
Like a-
old school.
Yeah.
Like old school, not too sweet.
I'll try one for now. Let's try it. Is it here? Are you trying already? Huh? It's good? How about for you? Try it. No, no, the regular.
I like that little stand you got.
Yeah, it makes it quick and easy. I can just set it down. I can use it for everything. I can, watch TV with it. Oh man, you guys probably can't hear this, but the Smashing Pumpkins are playing right now. All right, we got coffee, and we got cookies to go with our coffee.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice
Yeah, later, guys. Have a good one, man. Let's look at that at the bulletin board for different things. I'm always looking for anything surf related on the bulletin board. Okay. Right. So here's what we got. Phil gave us these new European cookies that he opened up that he got a case of. They're called Maria's. They're not European. Gamesa, are these Japanese? I don't know. Gamesa sounds Japanese, but I'm not sure what they are. Anyway, we're back in our neighborhood. Safe. It's all good. We got a retired Marine right here. That's fucking awesome. We're good to go. This coffee, with cookies. You know what they remind me of? Like baby cookies. Those ones, what are those? Those teething biscuits? That's what they taste like. Teething biscuits. You know what I'm talking about? Or those old school animal crackers that came in the circus cage that you would get at the supermarket when you were sitting in the cart. Any of you guys get those? I used to get them almost every time I went to the supermarket. She would get me a box of animal crackers while I was sitting there with my legs pushed through those little square, you know, on the metal cart. You remember. And I would eat the box of animal crackers, you know, while we were shopping. And then we would get up to the register, my mom would point at the box of crackers and the lady would ring it up for 17 cents or whatever it cost. Hold on, I gotta let it nail. This girl did a great job of making Phil, because it looks exactly like Phil. I mean, it's a dead ringer for Philip. I just realized it's a Friday. It's a Friday and there's nothing going on at the zoo today. There's nobody here. This is a terrible view. There's really nothing to look at. I guess I could orient you guys as to where we're at and what's happening. But on the other side of that fence where you see all those trees, because you're like, wow, there's usually no trees in Myers neighborhood. None, except for palm trees. Like you see the palm trees in the middle of the street. But see those trees on the other side of that fence is the San Francisco Zoo. There's the entrance to the zoo right there, the old entrance, the big cement thing, stone thing. But this is the zoo. So right here, you know what's famous about this place? I just thought of it. This probably, other than places like San Diego Zoo or Cincinnati Zoo, this is one of the most world famous zoos there are because of Coco the talking gorilla. I just thought of it right now. She's up here. She's right there. She's on every bar of wax that comes from here. All the surf wax has Coco on it. There's Coco up there. So this is the zoo where Coco the talking gorilla was born and where she learned sign language and where she lived for maybe the first 10 years of her life, or maybe not that long, maybe just the first couple of years. Once that lady that was working with Coco, there was a group of ladies, but there was one lady in particular, once that they realized that they were onto something, that Coco could speak sign language and that they were doing something different and they were accomplishing something, they moved Coco out of the zoo and they moved her down to Stanford, which is about an hour south of here. You guys have heard of Stanford, right? Maybe not an hour, maybe 45 minutes. So Stanford University is about 45 minutes south of where we're standing right now. And they moved Coco, they built an entire compound for her down there, and she lived inside of a trailer. They built like a mobile home trailer for her that she lived inside of, instead of a cage and instead of here at the zoo. And then they continued to do all kinds of things. They introduced a male gorilla that also learned to talk, a bunch of other stuff. You guys have probably heard all about it or seen it. It's all on YouTube. But this is, that's right, it's where everybody came to talk and see Coco. Like when you see that famous video of Robin Williams talking with Coco the gorilla, it wasn't here, it was in Stanford. But this is the deal. But that's like about it. Other than that, I mean, there's other things that have happened here that are kind of famous, but only in the neighborhood. Like this is a zoo because of, see how it's constructed, and they've really never changed it. So 2 different times within the past 10 or 15 years, people have climbed the fence here and have been attacked by animals. Most namely tigers, I believe. So a couple different people have been killed by tigers here, and they were people that climbed the fence late at night to party inside of the zoo. That's exactly what it was. Interesting. Young felons are who were eaten by the tigers. Young felons with a case of beer jumping the fence and throwing the beer over. I guess they threw the beer over and in my opinion, by throwing the beer over the fence and not realizing that they were going into, and it wasn't this fence, it's further in. They didn't realize they were going into a big cat enclosure, and they threw the case of beer, and that alerted, that movement and that noise alerted the cat, and the tiger went into hunting mode, and they didn't even know. So then they jumped the fence and started walking, and they were attacked. One of them got killed, one of them escaped. I don't know what happened to the tiger. I feel like one of these tigers, that was one incident, and another incident is very similar, but I feel like at one point one of the tigers, they did something with it. I don't know if they euthanized it, but something happened. They removed the tiger. They did something to it. I don't remember. Most of what I'm telling you is fiction. Don't believe any of it. This entire show has been a work of fiction. It's been brought to you by Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a fantastic day or evening.